We've been here before. We've done it before. It's the same old routine as it's always been. The anomalies of the world put themselves on the stage, and we shoot the spotlight down upon them for all to witness. They gradually become stranger, and we become more curious. It's been this way since the modern internet we know, love, and hate has existed, and it'll always be this way until the day it ends. With this addition to the collection of anomalies, we'll see a plethora of odd faces, some unfamiliar, and some close and dear to our hearts. The life of anomalies is one that most cannot escape from, and the years of abnormal routines and living conditions would just further prove that old habits die hard. Take it upon yourself to mitigate the worries of your life and fall away into comfort as the peculiar folks present their lives to us during the conclusion to this trilogy of a collection of internet oddities.
Because, I need my fans to know, this is for you bitches, I care about you.
I'm wedlocked now. I'm now Sailor Moon's husband. And I'm now Tuxedo Max's wife.
Martin, you're a wizard. A what? A whiz with words.
The collection today begins with over a dozen anomalies that have not yet been treaded upon in the Anomaly Analysis archives. After this, I will revisit some of the characters we saw in the distant past and shed some light upon their current situation and see how they're doing as of today. We'll start this off small and simple and go back to the early 2000s with an anomaly that had a short-lived internet presence, and then we'll jump straight into greater things as the list progresses.
Alright, this video is for my friends only, and I want everybody, and this is for everybody on the fucking internet. Stop fucking doing this shit. Everybody, this is just for my friends, so screw off the rest of you, cause this is from my friends from high school and new ones that I made. New friends that I made. Oh yeah, here's.
To start off, we'll go far back about 15 years into the past. This anomaly, known as Todd Deichmann, or better known as Sodahead13, was perhaps one of the first people to put out content on this website regarding the art of chugging drinks. Today, people such as Badland Chugs have made this the primary focus of their channel. The act of taking various beverages, large or small, and consuming them as quickly as possible. The activity is done either with speed and competition in mind, or simply just to produce sounds and sensations for ASMR purposes. Some would even go as far as to consume heavy amounts of alcohol in a short period.
On your mark, get set, shoot it.
For Sodahead 13, whatever his purpose was in regards to the chugging didn't matter. He came along on the internet during its younger years, talked and looked strange, and slowly chugged soda to popular songs from the past for the world to see. Although his intentions, as stated earlier, was for these videos to only be viewed by his friends, he still caught the attention of a niche community who appreciated his short, yet somewhat powerful presence during this time of the internet. I could remember a time when Sodahead had his start, and an occasional chugging video would appear every so often. Viewers of the chugger would rejoice, and many comments came around to the attention of Sodahead, both cheering him on and putting down his attempts. Sodahead only made a handful of chugging videos, and as the years went on, some of his last appearances would be during something called Thiessen 09, where Sodahead attends a disgusting-looking frat party, chugs beer, and does some other interesting things for the camera. This was the sudden end of Sodahead's chugging. The video uploads went dark, and there was no longer sight of him on this platform. Although many questioned his whereabouts and whether or not he was still into the drinking of soda, Sodahead never returned to YouTube to this day, and a glimpse of the past is almost all we have left of his presence, except for some very recent images I found online in undisclosed areas where we see Sodahead alive and well. A few images of him can be seen partaking in his favorite activity. The lore revolving around this anomaly is limited, and it's a rather small start, but prepare yourself for plenty of bizarre characters on the horizon.
Cligga. 100% cligga. Cligga. 200% cligga. Cligga. 300% cligga. Cligga. 500% cligga.
It's time to step things up a bit and get into the insanity. The next anomaly is a lady by the name of Bria Washington, or better known as Lil Lunchbox. Bria is a musician and video creator that grew up living a fairly normal life that she always despised, so she would decide to become a clown, which is something she always wanted to be but never felt comfortable enough to go through with looking like one until recent years. On her channel, you can see the earliest of her videos going back to March of 2017. During this time, there would be a good handful of videos where you can see her as an average-looking person making some low-quality avant-garde style videos and other footage that would appear to be completely random, with various effects thrown in over them. A year later, in September of 2018, the first glimpse of her clown transformation can be seen, and she addresses this in a video titled, "Why Are People So Mean?" She talks about this new look and her experience with strangers online and their opinions on her.
I just wanted to make a video talking about how people in this group are just being really fucking unfair and cruel to me because I dare to be different. Like, it's literally based on the fact that I do my makeup in a way that people don't like. I haven't done anything to anyone. And yeah, I have to preface this by saying that I'm not kidding, that I'm serious, and that people are really fucking mean and aggressive for no reason because they hate themselves and they're unhappy with their lives.
The bizarre nature of these videos would continue, as well as her experimentation with different looks of clown makeup. An interesting highlight of her channel was when she posted a video showing her husband, Robin, running away. The two of them live in Sweden.
Hey guys, so my friend just texted me that she saw Robin recently. So I came outside for the first time in like a week. I haven't seen him in so fucking long, and I'm trying to just see if I can find him. Oh my fucking god, that's him. Oh my fucking god. Robin! Robin! Oh my god, he's right there. What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. Why the fuck is he running from me? Oh my fucking god. Robin! 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 Where the fuck did he go? What the fuck? I don't know if I fucking got it, but he was fucking there. I'm not fucking crazy. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. I can't deal with this shit. I'm gonna call him right now. I can't fucking believe he's fucking running away from me.
Another video would follow up with her explaining how she discovered Robin was talking with another girl on Facebook, and he would disappear from his and Bria's apartment for days or weeks at a time.
Hi, so my life is basically falling apart if you saw my other video where I fucking saw my husband and he ran away from me. And like, this isn't some like bullshit, like this relationship is real, or I thought it was. And like, we're the kind of people where just because you talk to somebody in the DMs, that doesn't mean that your relationship's over. But apparently to him it does. Like, I talked to someone on Facebook and he's running away from me. Like, I know he's talking to some bitch who's in this fucking group. Like, every fucking day I know, because I have access to his fucking Facebook account. If you see this, Robin, I know what you've been saying to her. Shit that you swore you only said to me, but you'll say it to her too. Like, it's just fucking unbelievable, and I'm losing my fucking mind because a crowd of people outside my house right now because apparently the fucking goddamn neighborhood's burning down or something. I don't fucking know. It's like everything in my life is fucking falling apart. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. And people are like thinking I'm kidding and that this is a joke and shit, but it's fucking... I just feel like I'm losing my fucking mind.
The behavior of Robin would suggest that he probably began to feel distant when Bria embraced her full-on clown persona. Ultimately, Robin does get involved more with the girl he was seeing, known as Ingrid. Bria would discover him at her place, sleeping in her bed. The two would have constant arguments, and Robin and Ingrid would even visit Bria to discuss the custody of the cat that she had possession of. A video comes along where Bria says that she actually befriends Ingrid, and the two of them discussed Robin, his lies, and bonded over the experience of being with him.
Yeah, but she was extremely nice. When I say it's not clickbait, I just, like I said, I just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to imply that this video features her or anything. I know people are gonna give me shit no matter what I say or do because that's just how people are, but I like to attempt to be transparent and all that shit with you guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna go over what we talked about a little bit and let you know where we are right now. We are not lesbians. People keep saying that, oh, did you guys hook up? No, it's not like that. We just talked. It was a great talk. We really hit it off. We have a lot in common. She's a really just nice, chill person. Really not judgmental at all. I expected her to be like extremely judgmental because she laughed in my face at that, in that video, but she did explain that, when we talked briefly when I went to the house to confront Robin, and she was high, and it was understandable looking back on it that she just didn't expect to be put in that situation with me in that particular look, and yeah. Anyway, so we discussed Robin and how he had lied to us, obviously. and she's done with him. I just want to make that extremely clear, and she asked me to make that clear. She was like, please let these people know that I am not dating him, because I told her, I saw her yesterday, we hung out again. I'll explain that, but anyway, we were looking at some comments, and we were just laughing at how people are just insisting that they know things that they can't know. Like, I understand maybe I wasn't explicitly clear that they broke up. I thought I made it pretty clear. I mean, when she kicked him out of the apartment, I feel like that was kind of obvious, but I mean, fair enough. Perhaps she could have gone back to him, but I mean, she was really done after she found out he lied and the polygamy shit.
The videos continue on for the next few years, and there seems to be quite an in-depth history regarding this relationship. They're back together off and on. She moves to Kentucky briefly before going back to Sweden, and her most recent videos from last year seem to be regarding a feud with Kiwi Farms and its users doxing her and making her life a bit more hellish. There's a lot of chaos to sift through with this one. I had some doubts from time to time whether I questioned the legitimacy of the drama between her and Robin, as well as the entire personality and lifestyle she exhibits online. But I suppose that the dedication might come off as quite powerful, and has most definitely surpassed the line of trolling at this point. Justin Thiessen bite us, Thiessen fuck us, Chicken Little, or Emu Boy, is a 29-year-old man living with progeria, a genetic disease that causes the sufferer to experience rapid aging. The average lifespan of somebody with progeria is typically about 13 to 20 years old, but as of today, Thiessen fuck us is still going on strong. The early history of Justin is an interesting one. Originally, he went by the username TheissenFuckus in 2008. During this time, I would watch these videos that Justin put out, where he would rap along with music in the background, dance in his bedroom, and sometimes beat the shit out of his pillow or do some other professional wrestling type stunts. The way that Justin presented himself back then was interesting to watch, and didn't mimic that of any other person with progeria, who usually put emphasis on discussing their disease and informing an audience about the life of somebody with their illness.
All y'all for watching my videos. ICP, Slipknot. I'd like to give a shout out to Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit. I love y'all niggas. I did it for the nookie. I got that box, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. I keep it coming. Keep it coming. Larry. Peace. Corona.
Justin would simply just have a good time acting silly and talking shit, laughing at his circumstances, being strange, and embracing the names that people would give him based on his appearance, such as the aforementioned Emu Boy and Chicken Little. It was truly unlike anything seen before.
Then you lock through the door, you're clear to me. So come here, little boy, just come here to me. You're a cat boy, everybody loves you. Yeah, can you really claim to? You don't have to rape you. So hold me down, down, down. Hold me down, down, down. Down, down, down. Hold me down, get down. Hello? Is anybody there?
For about 10 years, Justin disappeared from the internet completely. Many assumed he was not with us anymore, which is fair to think considering his disease. But on June 11th, 2020, Justin made a video called I'm Back on a new channel called Justin Thiessen Bite Us, where he explains that he is back to talk about wrestling, do Funko Pop and other merchandise unboxing videos, and really just about anything that's on his mind.
Hey, what's up? It's Justin. You may know me as Some Fuckers. This is my new YouTube channel. I'm gonna be talking wrestling, doing unboxings, and whatever else I feel like doing. I'm not gonna be wrestling pillows or anything crazy. So if you're interested, please subscribe and tune in, because I got a video coming. Also, shout out to everybody on my Instagram. You guys supported me, and just thank you very much. So, subscribe and stay tuned. Peace.
To this day, Justin still frequently uploads a variety of videos on this channel, including everything mentioned before and much more. Even though I am not particularly fond or interested in this content that he posts now, it is excellent to know that such a strange figure from my earlier days on the internet is still alive and well, albeit much less strange than he used to come off as.
Check out the last pack opening I did right here, and check out the playlist of other pack openings. Have a nice day, guys. Peace.
Before we get on with the eating, I want to talk to you about my diabetes. This weekend, my sugar was 514, folks.
Fat Man, or Christopher, is yet another character from the earlier days of the internet that started uploading videos around 2007. He gained popularity around this time due to his morbidly obese body and how he went about portraying himself to the world. He constantly ate a cornucopia of unhealthy foods, made fun of himself and his appearance, and would often make retirement videos where he would claim the video would be his last, only to return days or weeks later with another food consumption video.
Hi folks, Fat Man here. I just want to say I didn't get the $20 for the show, so it's been canceled, and I've decided that I'm now going to retire because this whole thing's lame and stupid. Goodbye and have a nice life. Aussie Dossie. Hi, folks. What's up? I just wanted to say that retire was kind of boring, and I'm now retired really for really bitch ass real. And the retire was kind of boring. Bye now. Hi, folks. I just want to say I'm now retired. All donations will be refunded. I'm now retired. Goodbye and have a nice life. Aussie Dossie. Hi, folks. I just want to say that I'm now retired. I just want to say that I'm now retired and I'm not making no more videos. Bye now. Hi folks, I just want to say I'm now retired. Yeah, for good. Really for good this time. Goodbye.
Although the food videos would make up the majority of his content, he sometimes did other things to stray away from the norm at times, such as playing video games, talking with fans during live streams, or any other type of life activities he indulged in that he was able to exhibit.
See, it says Star Fox. It says Nintendo. It has a game on the screen. See it? Ain't that nice?
Chris stood out from the crowd with his schizoaffective qualities and his consistency with making a big joke out of his whole life. You could talk shit about him, call him a fat ass, or put him down in a plethora of ways, but he was always multiple steps ahead of you by being the one to talk down about himself first in a comedic, carefree way. He didn't care about what he was. All that mattered to him is that he enjoyed doing the things he did.
I'll give you an idea of my fatness while I'm eating. Oh, yeah. You can see the rolls better that way.
On the surface, most of Chris's uploads look to follow the same format with little of value to take from them in regards to getting the lore and history of his character. But many small bits of information have been taken from his hundreds of videos and compiled into a pretty good wiki page about his life on the website fatmansupremefatness.fandom.com. From this website, some interesting history of Chris's early life and family can be read, as well as moments of infamy that occurred during his online career. Chris has not worked a day in his life. He collects disability payments every month, either for his physical or mental health status. The area he lived in was prone to constant flooding. In 2000, when Chris was 20, he was upset that the flooding in his area subsided, so he clogged his tub and sinks with towels and flooded the entire house. This led to him being sent to a psychiatric care hospital, where he was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and put on antipsychotics that would further contribute to his weight gain and shut-in lifestyle. Boogie2988, a now somewhat controversial video creator, said that the old character Francis he created was based off of Chris, and that Boogie has been a fan of Fat Man ever since the beginning. In 2006, Chris won 27 grand from a scratch-off lottery ticket. This allowed him to purchase large quantities of food and the latest technology for many years. This also let him stream enough to a fan base where he was ultimately able to collect donations as another source of income on top of the disability checks. The last upload from Chris would be January 15th, 2016. This last video, as far as I'm aware, is ironically not about the typical retirement he would mention, but a video about a bingo and blackjack game that he wanted to play with his fans.
Hiya, folks! Oh, yeah! Look at that! Anyways, folks, I just want to say that, my server's still up. CoolCreatorServer.xyz. I got some awesome games to play. Whoa! And on my website right now, and I added bingo. That's right, folks. You can come and play bingo. That's right, folks. You can come play bingo with Fat Man and blackjack. Hurry up and get on there. On my server right now, it's going to be fun as hell. Nice late game, folks. So I'll see you there. Bye now. See you.
From what I have read, Fat Man is still alive and well, still living with his parents, but is no longer producing videos as he used to on any popular websites. The history of Fat Man is quite rich, and there's a lot to look into regarding the story of this larger-than-life man.
From the skin underneath my tips rode together, folks. I don't know if you can see it under there. Yeah, I think you can see it, folks. I actually have a rash underneath my tip, folks, and the skin rode together. What do you think about that, folks?
Oddities.
Jimmy Screamer Claus is a composer, director, and actor from Brooklyn, New York. He simply goes by the name Screamer Claus on most websites, and has credits in various films such as When Blackbirds Fly, Reality Bleed Through, and The Masks That the Monsters Wear. Screamer Claus as a person is not so much of a fucked up anomaly like we're all familiar with, but the strangeness most definitely lies within his work, such as the variety of animations and music he has uploaded online. Since 2006, he has uploaded a good handful of videos on his Screamer Claws channel, which features some interesting music and animated stories with outlandish visuals and sound effects, peculiar music, and an overall nightmarish atmosphere that would look like something straight out of a fever dream. Some earlier works include Where the Dead Go to Die and Recluse, both of which contain vibrant, colorful worlds and characters with plenty of disturbing and gory visuals. The most recent upload from 2021, titled Ascetic, would be a very polished and bizarre animation that follows the usual eldritch style of Screamer Claws' other work. Screamer Claws has always been fascinated with the horror genre, and would begin working and teaching himself basic animation, filmmaking, and music production after high school. The dedication and love he possesses certainly paid off, and in the end, he was able to deliver us a unique vision that he always had and wanted to bring to fruition. His style is chaotic and otherworldly, and would be worth taking a look at if you wish to disconnect yourself from reality for a while. Sue Walker is not someone I'm particularly familiar with, and have only just recently learned some things about her. On her website, her About section would state that she is an internationally known clairvoyant, psychic, and medical intuitive. For over 20 years, she has assisted police, the FBI, the CIA, CEOs, doctors, chiropractors, psychologists, investors, actors, artists, and people from all walks of life. Sue will perform a psychic reading or medical intuitive reading for you over the telephone. Her website makes the claim that by providing her with a full name, birth date, and current location, she can access a great deal of information about someone using her clairvoyant abilities. This is something I thought to be rather silly, as simply searching for this specific information about somebody on the internet would also draw quite a bit of information about any given person. The website would also mention services that would fall under the line of private investigation work, such as her ability to discover if someone's spouse is cheating on them, and even services in line with the investigation of paranormal activities in houses, commercial buildings, and other structures. Overall, the claims are pretty out there. Let's take some time to read the section where she talks about her method of clairvoyance and how a psychic reading takes place. Quote, "When I want to do psychic work, I start with a blank sheet of paper. I get comfortable, take a calming breath, mentally put aside everything else I've been thinking about up to that moment, and then I begin. Paying attention intuitively to whatever comes my way, in whatever format, I write out a person's full name, birth date, and present location in the upper left-hand corner of my paper. In the upper right corner, I put today's date and time. Under all of this, I draw a line, almost as if I'm separating the here and now from anything that comes to me in a multi-sensory format. As I write down someone's name, I pay attention to anything, words, images, whispering in the back of my thoughts because from the very beginning of a session, I am open to intuitive input. Sometimes a person's first name will stand out as solid around them, but not their last name, which can have a transient or non-permanent feelings, especially if the name will be changing soon. On occasion, as I write down the city and state where the individual resides, I get the sense that this particular place won't be associated with them for long. As I'm writing the birth date, often things that surround the length of their life or their health may flash by briefly. How many more birthdays they will have, for instance. I don't necessarily ask for this information, but I do stay open to it and anything else that comes my way spontaneously. Because I am very visually oriented, I've learned to watch the pictures that are continually going on in my head behind the scenes. As I focus on the name of the paper in front of me and hold a question in my mind, images start to flow in rapid succession. Names, phrases, moving images, still images, emotions, locations, dates. These all surround the people, places, objects, and situations I look at psychically. I have learned to trust that what I see, feel, and perceive has a high degree of accuracy. I prefer to work in a detailed question and answer format. When a client comes to me with their questions prepared beforehand, I can get more information faster for them. When I pose a question, there is always a response. Let me repeat that. There is always a response when I seek answers to a question. It may not be exactly what my client or I expect, but the universe always seems to have an answer. The response may come in small puzzle pieces, or it may present a whole lot of overlapping information that's like a thick sheaf of transparencies that I have to sort out one by one. The level of detail I receive is extraordinary. Dates and places come easily to me. The consonant sounds of names often surface. Other details my client does not ask, but the universe deems pertinent for them to know, will hit me hard. Connections between people and events often have a red line connecting them. Medical intuitive information comes in layers and layers, from the energy around the body, to the cellular detail, to the body's internal chemistry and nutrition." End quote. Make of this what you will, but if you noticed what was shown on screen during this reading, you'll have seen a variety of footage from videos that Sue Walker has uploaded online regarding aliens, Bigfoot, and other mythical nonsense. Apart from a few lengthy interviews she has with various online talk shows, this is the only sort of content that she has released in video form. To be honest, this sort of information gets to be too outlandish and impossible to comprehend. But if urban legends and pondering the unknown is your thing, then there's plenty to be absorbed here from the mind of Sue Walker.
Don't touch Stunna Boy on the radio. What's up, Stunna Boy?
Gentlemen, doing my
How you doing today?
See the ice, man?
Oh, man, I'm getting cold. It's so icy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out my boy Soldier Boy, too. He's doing the big, man.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
man.
not going to stop, man.
Oh, yeah,
What do you
man.
think about Stunna Boy? Oh, come on. Don't be shy. What do you like? What do you like? What do you like? You like it? Like it? Like it? Like it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See the ice? Stunna Boy, get him, man.
Mart Lee Jackson, or Stunna Boy Get 'Em, is a rapper from California, born in 1988. There isn't much information available online regarding this individual, but a pretty accurate and brief gist of his life can be read from this biography some folks have added to Last FM. Quote, Mart Lee Jackson, better known as Stunna Boy Get 'Em, is a world-famous rapper, Hollywood star, style icon, sex symbol, and rich man who's been cashing out for nearly 10 years straight now. Throughout his decade-long career of being terminally online, flexing on broke haters, and acquiring every Stunna girl in the whole world, he has made quite a name for himself in worldwide pop culture. Stunna invented swag itself with his leprechaun pimp outfits, broken yellow glasses, and copious hoards of jewelry, and he boasts the world's largest collection of phone cases, designer socks, action figures, Xbox and PlayStation games, and controllers for various game consoles. Stunna Boy is a true legend in every sense of the word, and he will go down as the single most important person to ever live." End quote. His channel, for some reason, is called Mark Jackson, and some of his more popular videos here would show off Stunna in random areas, mumbling to the camera about being very rich and famous in an almost manic type of presentation. We can see him go off in his house full of cheap merchandise.
Straight stunt, shot up on, you know what? Shot up for the whole girl, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj doing the shit real big. She's a real rich ass female. She doing shit big as fuck, like it's supposed to be. Nigga, straight stunt, nigga. I'm the #1 stunner, rich ass nigga. Right now, I'm gonna show everybody how I'm doing this shit big, man. I'm living a rich ass life, my nigga. I'm a straight rich ass nigga, real boss, legit ass nigga. I'm a real baller, my nigga. I'm a boss ass nigga. I'm gonna show everybody, nigga, how I'm living right now, nigga. I ain't playing, my nigga. This ain't no game, nigga. This some real shit, nigga. I'm serious about this shit, nigga. I'm a real ass nigga. Look at all that shit, my nigga. Look at all this, my nigga. I got all these motherfucking phone cases, my nigga. Look at all that shit, nigga. Look at this shit, my nigga. Man, look at all this shit, my nigga. This that rich shit, my nigga. Look at all this, my nigga. Straight stunt. Come on, my nigga. I got kind of silk socks, custom made socks, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Straight out the motherfucking pen doing this shit big, my nigga. All this shit, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. I got a bag of fucking rings, my nigga. Let me take all these rings out right now and show you how I'm living right now on some real shit.
In a parking lot.
Boy, get him, man. Pretty boy swag, rich ass nigga doing it big. My nigga, you might know, straight stunt, rich gang. Shout out my nigga Soldier Boy Taylor. Shout out my nigga Meat Mills, Rick Ball. Shout out my nigga Killer Swag, pretty boy swag doing this shit big. You might know. I ain't no good guy, nigga. I ain't no bad guy. I'm the guy, nigga. Straight stunt. All them fake niggas, no, I'll take that right back. I'm the famous guy, straight out. You feel me? Yup.
Real shit.
Stunna Boy, you the man.
Shit. This for the ladies, man. I click right over here. The money maker. Straight stunt, but it's for the ladies right here, man. Body did stop. Looked at my dick and my shit got hard. Stunna Boy get him. God damn, I came hard. I put my city on, man. Now I put that shit on God. Stunna Boy swag, man. I know I'm in the streets. I look so sexy, bitch. I'm killing all this beat. Stunna Boy, Stunna Boy, Stunna Boy. Hey.
In a mall, while perhaps experiencing a sensory overload.
Money maker, my nigga. Women know that, my nigga. They can see it. You feel me?
Feel you.
They know when I look at the kid. You know what I do, my nigga.
Yup. Stunna Boy, you the man.
Smooth the shit out, my nigga.
Smooth it out.
Smooth this shit all right, you know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Click right over here, my nigga. You know why?
Why?
They know why I click right here, man. They know why I click, my nigga.
Why, Stunna Boy?
They know why I click right over here, my nigga.
Yup.
Some comments would suggest that Stunna had suffered a head injury or seizure at some point and has changed into the sort of bizarre entity he is today, but this is only alleged, and I was unable to find anything regarding this. It's also said that he had won 300 grand by betting in Las Vegas along with a rapper by the name of T-Money. The last video uploaded was on June 23rd, 2022. Here in the comments, it is said that Stunna Boy allegedly attacked his mother and was arrested for felony battery. This may be the last we see of this man for a while. Although information on Stunna is rather scarce, I'd imagine there's a niche community or two out there that have more intricate information about his peculiar life.
Hi. You see, the Lord woke me up today. And he told me that we living in some rough times. He also said this is not the time to be lazy. To be a lazy child of God.
Servant Wanda Burgess is another character that I can't find a whole lot of information about, but the way she presents herself did pique my curiosity. Her channel About section simply reads, "Maid servant for my master, Ahia, the Most High, wartime spreading the gospel." What this means is beyond my comprehension. Going to the community tab of her profile, there are a few interesting bits of text to read from. She puts emphasis on the fact that you should repent, and that God is to be feared and worshipped. Some of these readings are as follows. "I love beautiful people that serves our Father needs. We walk by faith and not by sight, and we give praises to the Most High, our Lord and Savior. The road isn't easy, but we all must strive and learn and never give up all perfect praise to our King, Shalom. I get it, we living in a fake world, people ears are closed, people eyes are blind. I get people just want to hurt their own kind. When they are blessed than the next person, it's sad. Today my mother birthday right, but so many forget about their mothers and fathers who brought them to this earth. They hold on the wicked things in their heart, saying, 'Oh, Mom or Dad never cared about me.' And then the wicked people stop and look at other good people who are blessed. Then they are, you know why the good people are blessed, because they made up in their hearts, if Dad or Mom hurted me when I was a little kid, I forgive them and let go, and I'm grown now, so I will make a choice to love Dad and Mom. If they are dead or alive, some people wait till their mom and dad are gone to give them parties. Why not do it while they still have life? And for your other loved ones, so think about it before you hate someone else who is blessed more than you. It's because they have forgave people, and have forgave the people who hurted them in this world, so wake up and understand life. Love you." A lot of her videos feature herself yelling at the camera, usually about fighting against the possession of demons within us all, while music is playing in the background.
It's time for us to go to war. It's time for us to speak our voice. It's time for fire to come out our mouth. In the spirit world. In the spiritual realm. In the wicked women, wicked men that walk this earth.
Something peculiar I noticed is that in the comment section, there are hardly, if any at all, comments that would ridicule her. Instead, there are hundreds of people that feel very strongly about whatever message she is conveying, and many see her as some sort of inspiration. Her most popular video, titled "Let's Go to War in the Spiritual Realm, Praying and Fasting," has a description that reads, "Warrior servant for the Most High who can battle with the Most High. No one, it's time to go and pray with the most battle-ready, powerful teachers on this earth. Ask the Lord to guide you to them. I have prayed with the right ones for years, and their prayers work. I'm a living testimony that it's some true women and men of God out there. it was times when I prayed with them up to 20 hours every other day. You have to want better for your soul. It's up to the person. Let's put on the whole armor of God. I do not understand what war is being fought here, apart from the one against the inner demons that are supposedly present, but I find these to be one of the more interesting religious figures that I've stumbled across upon the internet. Perhaps I must repent before I can see the bigger picture.
Yeah, so Sean is a bigger representation of Ram Ranch and so pivotal. So, you know, hey, and furthermore, do you know in fucking Australia and France that uncles are allowed legally to marry their nieces? And it was brought in so that uncles could pass down their estates. But it's legal in fucking France and Australia for an uncle to marry their fucking niece. It's legal.
The Toronto-based musician, Grant McDonald, may be one of my favorite shitpost musicians to exist. His mini bio on IMDb would state, Grant McDonald was born in Summerside, Prince Edward Island, Canada. He studied drama at UCLA while appearing in movie productions in Hollywood. An investment banker with family-owned McDonald Bank, he structured Getty Reserve merger on Wall Street. Grant composed and recorded a $1 billion soundtrack, directed Getty movie, and authored several books. Grant is most famous for his 2012 song, Ram Ranch, which was featured on the album called Lovin' Ya Cowboy. The Wikipedia article about the song states, the song features a heavy metal musical backdrop with explicit homoerotic spoken word lyrics about an orgy of cowboys taking place at the titular ranch. The song became an internet meme later in the 2010s, inspiring humorous remixes, parodies, fan-made music videos, and reaction videos, and has also been used for bait-and-switch trolling.
I'm gonna keep it honest.
Welcome back.
Okay, try another one.
Naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Big head throbbing cocks wanting to be
Holy
sucked.
shit! They're doing it! Yeah! What the fuck?
Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch underneath.
These wind to suck cowboy cocks!
Ram Ranch really rocks.
I fucking love you, you're God!
In 2022, the song gained mainstream attention for its use by counter-protesters against the Canada convoy protest. Since 2018, McDonald has produced more than 600 follow-up songs. Some bear the Ram Ranch title, and all of them expand on the gay cowboy storyline. Ram Ranch was initially created as backlash when Grant was turned away from Nashville radio stations for producing LGBT-themed songs. The universe that Grant has created with these songs would expand greatly over the years, consisting of gay cowboys, United States Marines, and some named characters that would be referenced in multiple songs. Andala, for example, is an African Canadian with a 12-inch long penis. The Black Cock Gang, a group of 40 African Canadian men that all possess 14-inch long penises. A character by the name of China Boy would be described as a man who has a penis that is only a mere 10 inches. Grant is quite private about his life, and would say that he is, at heart, 28 years old when asked about his age. He has an interesting interview regarding his views on incest, and overall, communities all across the internet would flock to the man and his large collection of albums, including hits like Fuck God, Halifax Fuckboy, Sean's Swillin' Cum, Sean Oinks for Cum, and Big Fucking Cock.
You know the fucking redneck fucking characters in the back hills with their fucking nephews over a goddamn barrel, and the fucking guy is fucking his ass off. You go up to porno sites and you put in uncle, and there's about 687 fucking videos up there of an uncle fucking his frat boy nephew with all the other frat boys. So don't hold your fucking brow up too fucking high like, oh my god, like what is fucking happening? Just fucking deal with it for fuck's sakes, you know. Get on the cock ship or the fuck ship or the cum ship and have some fun and go for the ride, you know.
Grant is very active to this day, and new music, as well as new versions of Ram Ranch, are constantly being released. As long as there is a love for the chaotic and extreme nature of Grant McDonald's music, I see no end in sight for the ever-expanding gay cowboy universe.
18 happy friends at a slumber party. Big fat fluffy pillows wanting to be hugged. 18 friends wanting to love. Happy friends at a slumber party, on their feet wanting to pillow fight. Slumber parties are alright. Happy friends with their pillows super soft. Happy friends are about to have a dance off. Big happy friendly friends.
Hold it right there, Randy Orton. How dare you going around causing trouble on our YouTube channel? And how dare you work for Queen Beryl, Queen of the Negaverse, Queen of the Dark Kingdom? And how dare you collect energy for the Negaverse and the Dark Kingdom? You should be ashamed of yourself. And how dare you talk to the face of the WWE, an 8-time WWE heavyweight champion like that? How dare you show me disrespect?
Sailor Moon for Life is a difficult one to talk about. I've known about his existence for a long time, but there honestly is not too much to say about him outside of the Sailor Moon doll roleplay that he has been indulged in every single day for the past 10 years or more. On his About section, he has a link to both his Twitter and Facebook, where he is under the name Serena Tsukino. This is the name of the protagonist of the Sailor Moon anime. Starting with his Twitter, his bio reads, Serena Tsukino, I know as Sailor Moon as Queeling, Serena, and Young Queen Serenity. Almost every single post is a daily update about what he is doing or indulging in at that very moment. Went to Dollar General, went shopping with Darian, watching Friday Night SmackDown. A few other posts would differ a bit, such as, we are fighting a new foe, Cyan, or have pool gathering with Amy, Ray, Lita, and Mina, and Ernest, and Amara, and Michelle, and Tercia, and Rini, and Darian. The former two posts are what I believe to be connected to the lore of the Sailor Moon doll universe that he has created on his YouTube channel. Perhaps this whole profile and the post are from the perspective of Sailor Moon as she appears in his world. I do not know. Here, just as we see on Twitter, the updates are almost every single day. Thousands of videos showcasing this peculiar Sailor Moon soap opera that he has created over 10 years ago. In the background, we can see the plethora of dolls he has collected over the years, and each one of them have their own roles in this massive story. The two main characters seem to be Serena Tsukino as Sailor Moon herself, as well as her love interest known as Tuxedo Mask. They are the most prominent in these videos, and sometimes characters from other franchises or anime will cross paths with those from the Sailor Moon universe.
You ain't gonna do nothing like that. You think you're all tough, Randy Orton. But you're not. All you are is an out-of-date Jack Pacific's action figure who hasn't wrestled anywhere and hasn't wrestled in any match so far in the Toy Wrestling Federation. And let me tell you something. I'm the soldier of thunder and I'm the soldier of flame and passion, Sailor Mars. In the name of Mars, I'll punish you. How you gonna punish me, Sailor Mars? Look, boom, RKO.
This is obviously something I could not watch and comprehend entirely at this point, as the videos range from anywhere between 2 minutes to over an hour in length. Scrolling through the endless list of videos feels like a nightmare, and full-blown autism of the most severe magnitude can be witnessed in full force. If you wish to take it upon yourself to become immersed within this endless cycle, then feel free to view this massive series. There is plenty to have, and no end in sight.
Sup everyone, Timothy5 here with a very special video today. Now you may have been wondering why the fuck I've been silent for the past week, and you guessed it bitches, I was banned again!
To continue on with the theme of nuclear autism, let's jump from the Sailor Moon universe and into the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. Tamers12345 is a person that has been on this website for over a decade, and has been dedicated to the Sonic franchise ever since the beginning, with plenty of AMVs and clips uploaded relating to the character. These type of channels back in the day were a dime a dozen, so let's skip the boring stuff and go into what makes Tamers the anomaly he is. It started off with an intro video containing images of sexually drawn Sonic characters. Shortly after this, we will view the very first animation he created by the name of Bartleby Poops Dango. Simple, but it gets the point across. As the videos and time goes on, different drawings of a character by the name of Bartleby would appear with a Microsoft Sam text-to-speech voice narrating a story over it.
Bartleby is up to bat next. If he gets a home run, this would be his 232nd home run this game alone. Everyone was cheering for him. Even I, Sonic the Hedgehog, couldn't help but cheer at top of my lungs for the sexy blonde man. To me, Bartleby is someone special. Even more special than my own siblings, Sonia and Manic. Bartleby is someone I would give up my life for. Someone I want to protect, someone I want to bang me in the ass. It was then I heard his deep, masculine voice.
"Wish me luck, my fat little bitch,"
Bartleby said as I turned around to meet his gaze. He gave me a good hard spank on the butt cheeks. I could feel the sweat from down my neck going down my back and into my butt crack. What is this feeling? Could it be love?
Some of the imagery in these videos seem to be a bit too much, and I fear the worst if I show off any of them here. This fanfic would become something known as Barodnik, where Bartleby and Sonic are made out to be lovers and partaking in sexually fueled shenanigans. There are plenty of these videos uploaded over the course of multiple years that I don't wish to dwell upon for too much longer. They are there as of today, and exist for your unfortunate, curious eyes to gaze upon. Moving on, Tamers himself appears at times, but he wears a few cardboard boxes with a face drawn on. This character that he poses as is something he calls Manic the Hedgehog, which appears to be a fitting name when you view all of the content present here.
Could this week get any worse? I mean, what's gonna happen next? Is Jalil White gonna, like, fucking die or some shit? Is Jalil White gonna, like, poop himself? Oh my god. I mean, can you not see people use MS Paint? Why does Linkin Park have to fucking die? All in the same week? Look how many Linkin Park songs are on my YouTube channel! That is my go-to band for my videos! Are you fucking kidding me?
Unfortunately, the quality of the animations from prior goes up quite a bit, and the asses of the characters become larger. What started off as a peculiar love story between Bartleby and Sonic has now become a full-fledged cesspit involving many different characters. They often shit themselves, and the events that unfold within each of these videos are things that I can't understand are able to exist on this website, considering how overly strict it can be when involving much simpler, tame things in comparison to this. Again, if you wish to fully immerse yourself into this peculiar and disgusting world of animated fan fiction, then feel free to do so. I wish to poison my eyes no longer.
Money in my hand, and I will do the things you want me to.
Talk about getting screwed dry. 3 days past the expiration date. A little bit of seasoning here. Now, people ask me, does that raw meat, in the absence of sugar, actually do anything for you? If you've been following me long enough, you'll notice I've had over a dozen traumatic brain injuries, an aneurysm, kidney failure, liver failure, all kinds of things from the military repeatedly attacking me, so I can't speak about the murder of some officers and some other homicides and things like that. Sex trafficking children.
Martin Cabello is a pretty complicated character to dive into. There's all types of different things being said about him online from various sources of people. Martin was born in 1977 and is a social media vlogger known for his videos about religion, quantum physics, and mental health. He often posted videos and photos of himself where he comes off as this attractive and confident figure. Some controversy came about in Martin's life when he began criticizing the US military in his videos, alleging that the military is involved in a variety of illegal activities such as human trafficking, drug dealing, and spying on civilians.
Cocaína. No. Flour. Somebody just asked me why I hate the military. I don't hate the military. I think it's very beneficial for the military to understand why people want to murder active duty service members and where terrorist organizations get their money. Because a lot of people in the military aren't the smartest tools or sharpest tools in the shed, right? If active duty service members are being stationed overseas to fight cartels and terrorist organizations that are buying weapons to kill them. And I'm a member of the military stationed in the States buying hookers and blow from that organization that is using that money to buy weapons to kill my brothers overseas. And I'm over here doing shit to women and children in my community, creating the information those organizations need to get new recruits to kill my brothers that are stationed overseas. It's very beneficial for my brothers overseas to connect those dots.
Martin himself allegedly worked in Catholic community services, where he assisted sexually abused children and drug mules. Martin described his job as dangerous, and he accused government officials of sex trafficking. I couldn't figure out the exact mental state of Martin from all the various comments I've read online. Some have said that he has been diagnosed with autism, Asperger's syndrome, savant syndrome, OCD, and synesthesia, with some fans suspecting he also has schizophrenia. There are some incredibly interesting posts regarding information about the guy. One person would state, quote, "You may have seen this guy in memes. He's the 'my friend Josh blew himself up' guy." An important note is that he has autism and was in the Air Force. We know 100% he has autism, but there isn't any confirmation on the Air Force part. But truth be told, I believe he was, due to the fact he hasn't really lied about anything that we can confirm. From what I understand, Josh, the man who blew himself up and his 2 kids, was in this group. Martin is now the only one left alive from that group, and everyone is either murdered or committed suicide. Something I found extremely interesting is that Martin actually teared up when describing this. Of course, this doesn't mean the government is really hunting them down. He might be delusional, but it's nonetheless interesting. He says that some people associated with the military came to Martin's house telling him to commit a mass shooting or kill his family, to have the military stop harassing him, and this is why Josh killed himself and his 2 children. He was told the same thing and went through with it. It is worth noting that he did this right after a child social worker came to collect the children, which is what the reason for killing himself as portrayed by the mainstream media. He also claims that there's a secret room or house or something in bushes between houses that connect through multiple cul-de-sacs that require keys to enter, which he has. I have no clue what to think of all of this after doing a lot of searching. It seems fake at first hearing, but digging deeper, he gives a lot of detail and genuinely seems to believe what he is saying." End quote. Interestingly, another person of the internet would claim that Martin is his uncle, and would state some things that contradicted other points formerly stated here, such as the autism claim. Quote, "Hello, as you are reading this, you're probably like, what? No way, he's obviously lying. But sadly, this statement is true. 2 years ago, in 2019, he started his bullshit of religion and all of that. Let me tell you some things. 1. No, he is not autistic. He brought this up seemingly out of nowhere, and honestly we can't figure out why. He kinda just drifted away from the family after leaving his adopted son, adopted daughter, and real son, then went on and talked shit about the family and everything about us. He is self-diagnosed and has no medical documents to back up his claims. I've seen one post where they said he showed them, but it was very badly photoshopped, and you could see the edit lines. 2. At this point, he most likely has just gone insane. He used to party a lot and buy a fuck ton of coke, so there's that. By the way, I don't keep up with him a lot since he is a disgrace to the family. Most of the shit he says is really not true. 3. He was not in the Air Force. That was my other uncle, Josh, who is currently far, far away from this man. And no, that is not Josh Powell. Josh Powell was his neighbor who blew himself up and his 2 sons. Josh, his actual brother, does have a bit of a temper, but hasn't harmed anyone. 4. He did not go bankrupt. That was my aunt. He does not have MS. That is my dad. He has threatened my grandma or his mother on multiple occasions of death threats because he did not get money. He also gave death threats to my family itself. He does not have trauma, as far as I know, heard, or learned from himself and my family." End quote. Overall, I would suggest taking a look at Martin yourself if you wish to learn more. The vast majority of his videos are complete nonsense and may not make much sense at all, but there's quite a long and peculiar history to dive into with this one. Dread. There's a lot to say about the peculiar 24-year-old Welsh girl from Cardiff. Dread is an anomaly analysis viewer that joined my Discord server back on July 2nd, 2021. She has showcased a gradual ascension into a rather outlandish display of character over the course of this last year. What first seemed to be someone that came off as an average person came out as someone who spent many hours talking to herself in bizarre ways, obsessing over fucking spiders, eventually going on to consume said spiders, and endless other comments that would often pique my curiosity. A fascination for the Queen of Clubs, witches, vor, small people, and most importantly, spiders. Dread has said many strange things that wouldn't make much sense, and even if nobody was around to reply, she would continue to send messages regardless. Some time ago, Dread had messaged me with an interest in being part of this collection of oddities as one of the subjects. I agreed, and we decided to exchange messages in order for me to get a somewhat better understanding of her to the best of my ability. The following conversation takes place after a time where Dread had met up with another member of the server who was also from Wales. The messages revolve around her explaining the obsession with spiders, as well as the strange encounter that her and the other member had when they finally met. I will read through her messages and display them accordingly on screen. If you wish to simply listen, this sound will play before a message from Dread is sent. This sound will play before a message from me is sent. Okay, so let me think where to start. My name is Blank. I'm 23 years old and was born and live in Wales. I've been to a few other parts of the world, but I do most of my scheming around here for the most part. Actually, just censor my name out. I'll keep that hidden. No problem, I can do that. Just share the things that you're most comfortable with. Okay. I'm going to jump right into the peculiar shit and ask about the spiders. Where did your obsession with spiders come from? Rather, what's the deal with spiders? Oh, spiders are just such a comforting thing for me during my difficult moments. But God, I hate the fact that they invade you. Explain the dichotomy you have with them. They are comforting to me in that they're there for you when you need something, like the presence of a life form. They don't care where they're at, as long as they get what they want. They will be with you until they die. It's almost selfless behavior. What do I hate about spiders? I hate that they will always be around, even if you don't want them. Maybe you feel good one day. Maybe you just want to be alone. They crawl out of a fucking wall, and you just want to kick it directly in its stupid face. Now that's the sort of shit that's very interesting to me. Why is it just spiders? Do any other creatures bring you that bittersweet feeling? Honestly, not to the same extent. I had once spotted a ladybird during a very difficult moment a few weeks ago. She was at the side of my bed, and I needed to see something to occupy my mind. I got close and realized she wasn't moving. I poked and prodded at her, hoping that she was just asleep, but she wouldn't move. She was dead, and I felt nothing but extreme sadness and dread. It was a horrible experience. And the fucking spiders were nowhere to be found. I looked at walls, the corners of the room. They weren't there when I needed them, so fuck them for that. I see. You don't live alone, so is the presence of your family not enough sometimes? I just live with my sister now because my mom and dad hated me my entire life. More so my mom. But my dad just does what she says because she's an evil fucking witch. My sister loves me and gets where I'm coming from most of the time, but she is usually very busy and she can't always be there for me. What about relations with other people? I know that you met another fellow Welsh person from the Discord server, who we won't name, but how did that go with him? Let's just call him Tom for the sake of his privacy, I guess. Yeah, Tom. Let me start by saying that I don't think people enjoy being around me as much as they think they will. I suppose I really come off differently in real life than how I present myself online. Here, I'm a wee bit excited, enthusiastic, and friendly. I mean, I'm friendly and all of that in life too, just different, I guess. In what way different? I don't really know. People have told me I'm too much to deal with. I'm impulsive. I look at people with some sort of unsettling glare. No one actually gives me a firm reason as to why they don't like me. I've met a decent bit of people online from my area, and it always goes like this. They see me, I see them. We're thrilled to be around each other for the first few hours or days, depending on how things go. And then they just get fucking scared of me. What scares them? What was the situation regarding Tom? He's retarded, that's the situation. I'm kidding, I'm just mad about it. When I found out he was from outside Cardiff, I was pretty excited because that's near where my parents live. Do you want me to tell the whole story about that? This happened a few weeks ago. Sure, anything that you're comfortable with sharing. I took an interest in Tom when I found out he was in the area. I was at my sister's place up north, and I was a few hours' ride from Cardiff. He didn't live exactly in Cardiff, but close enough to conveniently see if I wanted to. So my manic brain took over, and I had this whole idea that I'd go see my parents, try to repair our broken relationship, and then go to see my old friends and meet up with Tom. Originally, I'd planned to stay just for a weekend. I headed off and rode my motorbike down there, and my first stop was to see my best friend and stay at her place during this time. We've known each other for a long time, and she understands how fucked up my thought process can be sometimes. She's like another sister. I stayed with her the first night and just rested because I was exhausted from riding all day. The next step was to meet my parents the next evening. I was terrified as all hell. I didn't tell them that I was visiting until the last minute. When I arrived at their place, I almost felt like something positive actually could have come from this. They were surprised to see me, almost like they wanted to hear me out. Do you think that they were surprised because it was such an unexpected thing, or did they seem genuinely happy? I thought they were happy, but it wasn't that at all. We exchanged small talk for a little, and the conversation quickly went back to our old ways. They discovered that I still wasn't doing anything with my life, and the dynamic I have with them always leads to tension. They would passively scold me for not living up to their expectations and being like anybody else in my family that found some sort of success. I got into it with my mom and it fell to chaos rather quickly. She called me names. I called her a cunt. My dad stood there like the coward he is, agreeing with everything she said and not forming an opinion of his own for once. Long story short, we're all the same as we were and nothing changed. They didn't want to see me anymore, and that was that. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. At least you tried. Of course. So I left and went back to my friend's place. I was writing that manic episode and I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I decided to have fun with her the remainder of that weekend, and then I got the idea to see Tom. With Tom, he had given me his location the week before this, because I told him my thoughts about coming to Cardiff to see my friends and try and mend the mess with my family. So with that, I had the plan to just show up at his place and surprise him. You didn't tell him at all that you were coming to visit? No. How did that go? I showed up and he was high as hell and was just like, Dread? I took him by surprise, as expected, and maybe I should have let him know I was arriving, but oh well. Was everything alright regarding the unexpected visit? Oh yes, of course it would be a shock to anybody, but in this instance I think he was just happy to see me and I was happy to see him. The feeling of meeting with an internet friend is thrilling. That it is, especially if you bond together well as friends over text. What did you guys do that day? I showed up later in the evening, the day after, so there wasn't really much to do with what we were given. I hung out at his flat for a little bit, smoked, and chatted shit, that sort of thing. We were both a little bit high from smoking a spliff, him more so than me, but it was a brilliant way to break the ice. So the first night overall went pretty well. Sure, we talked a wee bit. I got to experience some of Sekiro and Dark Souls, and we ended the night when I was clear enough in the head to ride back to my friend's place. Did you follow up the next day with another meet? Nope, I had some other things to do, and I had thought it would be my last day or two in Cardiff. However, I spoke with my friend and she was happy to let me spend as long as I wanted at her place. So yeah, I took the opportunity and decided I would just stay around until I felt like it was time to go back home. I did see Tom the following weekend, however. Tell me about that experience. It's difficult. Take your time, no worries. I'll try to explain in a short and compact version of it. So we meet up again earlier in the day. I told my friend about him, and she had an idea to throw a little gathering. It would be me, Tom, her, and this girl she knew. This time Tom was prepared and more coherent, so that sparked a wee bit of anxiety in me. I know that drinking would eventually be involved, but I was just nervous and waiting for that time to come so I could relax some. We were all at my friend's place, and we got out the drinks and silly games and all of that good stuff. I went right to drinking because meeting her friend for the first time and seeing Tom while we were both sober was rough. I was definitely more introverted than I first came off to be. But it was also unsettling, I guess. I'll describe it more in detail soon. But basically, I guess I zone out and stare at people in a strange way when I'm disassociating. I'm also not very coherent with my sentences, and I do this thing where I talk fast and take long pauses in between thoughts. I really can't describe it in a good way. Did you feel more confident after having some alcohol? Yeah, I kinda started quickly and had a large amount before anyone else even started getting a buzz, so all of that weirdness subsided and I was good as far as the social interaction went. The day went on, and we were all tipsy or getting closer to being drunk, so that initial awkward barrier was broken. That sounds good. What did you all end up doing? We played some drinking games and all was going well. I felt very comfortable, as expected. Good. What ended up making things difficult for you? Well, I just kept drinking and tried to keep my confidence and level of fun going strong. Everybody was getting drunk, but I was totally starting to take it a bit far. I felt somewhat close to the point of blacking out, but it wasn't to where I was totally unaware of what I was doing. I was just really loose and confident. I had this brief thought that beyond this day, we'd most likely all get together again, but it wouldn't be quite the same. I got paranoid about not having as much fun in the future as I was at that moment with these people. You started to overthink and it dampened your mood. Pretty much. So as you know, I enjoy witches and I am open to getting into witchcraft when the feeling is there. I thought I'd attempt some dumb sort of spell to assure myself that we'd all be good friends for a long time. Kind of like I wanted to charm everyone. I didn't even do a correct form of the spell or had any idea how to actually perform it. I went away for a moment to the kitchen to get a knife and cut my leg just a wee bit in order to draw some of my blood that I would leak into this glass of vodka I had. My stupid plan was to pass the drink around for everyone if they were willing to give a small amount of their blood, and by having all of our blood mixed together, I thought that would bind us or something, like we were surely going to be better connected after that. But that obviously didn't happen. My friend told me to dispose of the drink outside, and Tom and the girl were just fucked up and confused. Damn, did things stay awkward after that? Yeah, my friend was kind of mad at me, and I didn't really seem to communicate well with anyone. Everyone went to bed, and I just wandered around trying to keep my mind off of things. I started taking random items and moving them around in different spots. So Tom didn't really talk to me for a few days after that. I texted and called him multiple times and got no answer. Eventually I did get angry and mentioned him on your server. I got his attention and I had a heated argument over DM. I said terrible things about him and told him stuff like, "You should just fucking get over what happened and stop being so retarded and distant." Stuff like that. He blocked me and I kind of just felt like complete hell for the next week or two after that. That's tough. I'm sorry that things didn't work out between you two. It's okay. I'm all over that now. I have a lot of stupid things I cause for myself in life, but it's been like that since forever. I put myself into dumb situations and I'm always scaring people away constantly. The only kind of people that will have me are those as mentally stunted as I am. That, or people who are just incredibly sweet and understand that I'm a little bit off. Do you have other situations like that where you feel as though you scared people away? Yeah, but there's so many that I can't even really start somewhere without going into a long tirade. I'll just say that I've always had problems, and I think it's very evident from how I communicate on your server. I could be up at some late hour and just talk and yell to myself about things that don't make any sense. I always wondered about that. Do you feel like you're talking to someone when you do that? Not really. My head just gets full of thoughts and it becomes incredibly overwhelming. So I start to say what's ever on my mind and stop when I start to feel a little bit better. It's a release of anxiety to just spew nonsense, I guess. Is it nonsense to you? No, I think I just say things that I'm thinking or experienced that day and add a little twist to it. I like to see my thoughts written rather than just thinking them. It's somewhat soothing. Everything I ever said makes sense to me, but it looks like nonsense to anyone else reading. I sometimes hope I can make friends with people who see and ask what the fuck I'm talking about. That has happened many times, but I don't know, I still feel empty and unaccomplished. What do you think would make you happy about your life? Actually, I don't know if you're necessarily unhappy, but what would make you feel accomplished? Yeah, I'm not really happy or truly sad about anything, I just feel blank. I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but I've been unemployed for almost 3 years, and to not have something to keep you busy and to work toward a goal will drive anybody mad. I just want to bring up that, like you, I want a better life for myself too, but I haven't even really started yet, or that's how I feel at this moment. That's understandable. Everyone wants a better life in some way, and you kind of just feel like shit at all times if your desires aren't being met. Whether it's due to life circumstances or you just haven't gotten that push in the right direction yet. Yup, now I'm just waiting to find employment, get back into a productive routine, and make a better life for myself where I'm not just wandering aimlessly or being a NEET. Right, I've known you for about a year now. I know you've been in a lot of shitty situations, but I hope everything gets better for you and you get what you seek. Yeah, maybe I'll get my head looked at too, and get myself into a healthier state of mind. Just want to figure out what's wrong with me and stop being afraid of the truth. I feel like I don't even know myself that well. I hope it works out for you. This is probably good enough. There's a lot to take in here, unless there's anything else you'd like to add. Okay, I guess I don't have much left to say. If people want to know more, then I suppose they can just talk to me. I always like a friend. Though, I probably won't be around online too often, eventually. I just want to get my life in order and take away all the unnecessary distractions. Because I'm irritated with the way I am. That sounds good. I wish you the best of luck wherever life takes you, Dread, and I hope you can feel more at peace with yourself and accomplish what you desire. So it would seem that Dread struggles to talk with people in real life. As she explained earlier, her unintended glare is supposedly unsettling, and she displays impulsive behavior and other characteristics that would appear to make her difficult to be around for other people. Despite this ongoing struggle with human interaction, she has overcome other hardships in life, such as finding employment after 2 years of being jobless. As of this time of recording, her last series of messages on the server were on October 3rd. She sends a few images of different artwork containing the Queen of Clubs, asks the clubs for gifts and for her desires to be met, and says, "Thank you, clubs. Nosta." Whatever is currently going on in Dread's life, I hope that it is better than it once was, and that any of the problems that were significant are gradually being mended. She may see herself as a difficult person to be friends with, but she has definitely given a handful of us laughter and fun times to look back on.
Fuck you!
Hey, lighter.
Fuck you!
Stay down. Stay down. You're under arrest.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! You're under arrest! You're under arrest! Stay down! Stay down!
With the new batch of anomalies out of the way, it's time to go back into some nostalgic territory and take a brief look at some of the older anomalies from the distant past. I want to quickly glance over a couple of the classics and catch up with a few peculiar things that I observed since I last covered them. Some have been more active than others, and I won't go into a full dive into what each one of them is doing, but rather look at what seem to be some points of interest that are present in each. Let us begin with the beginning, the very first human anomaly.
This is like a woman, right? This is like handling a woman, what? You know, like on a bed, like, you know. You know, like, you know.
To be honest, there's not much that has changed in Dan's life since I last took a look at him in 2019. He's still obsessed with his diet and eating shit food from time to time, despite how it makes him feel. He's still on welfare, and still talks down about everyone else despite being in a rather low spot himself. 2 videos I want to display here is one where he talks about his disdain for homeless people and current living situation.
Thursday, June 24th, 2021, 3:01 p.m. This is in 144p, and this is going to be 10 minutes because I cannot upload more than 20 megabytes per video because I don't have a Gab Pro account. So I'm looking at graffiti right now by the train station. This is Glendale train station. We went to Costco. I ate 1 slice of cheese pizza. Stupid. We're probably not going to go back there ever again just because it's unhealthy and because Kim doesn't even like it. It's like poor. It feels like a fast food restaurant. The people who are there are generally older and not young and not good looking and not white. There's very few white people. It's just stupid. I am 100% intolerant of homeless people, of living around homeless people. I think it's ridiculous to live around homeless people. I think it's because just homeless people are extremely dysfunctional on average, and you know, it's just so annoying to talk to homeless people. Homeless people might get mad at you if you're not even doing anything that's deserving of that. Because it happened to me before. Like, I was just walking in Skid Row, and then one time this guy came up to me. He's like, "You're the one who kicked over my barbecue grill." You know, he was like shouting at me like he thought that I kicked over his barbecue grill. I am on the cusp, seriously, of moving out of Skid Row, of getting serious about moving out of Skid Row. I mean, I have a room and Kim has a room, and I pay both of the rents because Kim stopped paying her own rent, and so I had to pay it. I mean, I didn't have to, but I mean, I chose to, and so I chose to pay it. And then I had to spend my whole coronavirus stimulus to pay back my sister, because my sister loaned me $1,200 to get out of that place, because I didn't have to, but I chose to not be homeless on the sidewalk overnight at the St. George airport. So I paid for a taxi to go to Vegas, because I paid for a taxi to get out of Short Creek because it was snowing almost. It did snow that night. We got a hotel because my sister loaned me money.
So he's still with Kim, and he's still on the verge of being homeless himself and being in debt to several people. The next video is one that caught me by surprise. Dan's hatred for the homeless is shown in its entirety, and he films himself getting into a physical confrontation with a homeless man. He repeatedly yells that he is attempting a citizen's arrest.
Stay down. Stay down. You're under arrest.
Hit me.
Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! You're under arrest. You're under arrest. Stay down! Stay down! Stay down! You're under arrest. Stay down!
Knock it off! Knock it off! What's going on? Knock it off! Go!
He punched me earlier down there. I'm waiting for the police.
Come back! Go! Go!
Stay down.
Are you alright,
You're under arrest. Citizen's arrest. He's under arrest for battery. I have it on camera. I have it on camera.
Why you beating up him?
He punched me without even me doing anything, like half an hour ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, like half an hour ago. I got on camera. And
Let
then,
me see it.
and then right now he.
Let me see it.
No. Who are you?
Let me see it.
Who are you?
Well, who the fuck is you?
I'm just a person. I'm waiting for the police. I called 911 just now. I'm on the phone. I'm waiting for the police.
The motherfucker punched you where? I don't see no marks on you.
Yeah, because half an hour ago, he just came up to me without me doing anything at all, and I was recording my own face, and he punched me in the back when I walked away from him.
You must have said something. You ain't no innocent motherfucker.
Yeah, I am. Like half an hour ago, he came up to me without me doing
You ain't
anything
no
at all.
innocent motherfucker.
Yeah, I am, because he came...
You keep on fucking around here, I'm gonna see your ass again. You keep fucking around.
If people come in and
Nigga,
get...
I'm a motherfucking Indian. You keep fucking around, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
You gonna hear me again real soon. You keep on talking.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
I knock your motherfucking ass the fuck out.
Okay, I understand you got people here.
No, you a people, nigga.
I mean,
we people.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Motherfucking, you one of the motherfucking goddamn cavemen.
All right. I'm gonna go home because.
Yeah, you get your bitch ass on.
Okay. Sorry.
You a caveman, motherfucker.
All right. Have a good day.
You're an animal.
All right.
That's why you treat people like animals. You a fucking animal. Hey.
Dan is still unhinged, as we have seen him countless times before. It's unusual, however, to see him actually get physical with anybody. The tirade didn't last long, and he cowered away as expected. From what little I've seen, there has been no positive change in Dan Silly, and he is certainly not living the best life possible.
What the freak is up, you crazy YouTubers? How are y'all doing? It is Valentine's Day. And no one's gonna feel sorry for me because it's just like you did it to yourself, dude. You had a fucking drink combo and you had to lose your fucking autistic temper. Spill it for yourself. Fuck you!
Cigarettes, booze, bacon mozzarella burgers, and shredding the guitar. That's what's still up in the life of Joshua Faye Saunders. King Cobra JFS has probably been one of the most consistently active anomalies that I've covered. Since we last took a look at him here in 2019, Cobra has gotten evicted and got into a new apartment that now looks near identical to the old one. The reason for the eviction is due to the fact that he constantly smoked indoors. In this new apartment, Cobra continues to do everything as normal. He gets trolled by people online. He makes disgusting concoctions within his kitchen. And he has a nice drink after a hard week of working the bare minimum. Although plenty of events have been occurring in Cobra's life, two in particular that I want to talk about is his increased frequency of drinking. There's quite a lot of moments to witness where he takes the alcohol consumption too far and ends up in a shattered mental state of mind where all of his insecurities and hatred comes out in full force. It's a sad sight to bear witness to. He yells at the camera, yells at his lighter, and voices the problems in his life through drunken rants.
You stupid fucking bottle! Stay on the fucking desk! Stay on the fucking desk, you piece of shit! Fuck you! I told you! How many fucking times did I fucking tell you to stay on the fucking desk? Fucking stay on the desk! I told you 1,000 times! Fuck you! Ah! Really? I just spilled the entire fucking drink combination I had! God damn it! The whole fucking alcohol that I had for this drink combination is wasted because I had to move my cane and my fucking Cobra cane had to smack the drink off my desk.
Another moment is when he talks about his ex, Stephanie, and her new channel. He watches her stream at one point and claims that he doesn't care much about her or what she's doing. But at some later point, Stephanie makes a video reacting to the cooking of Cobra and is horrified by the process. Cobra responds to this with anger and starts to talk shit about her.
So, people are informing me that my ex-girlfriend, Stephanie, does videos. Quite frankly, I don't care. YouTube's a big enough platform. I'm an adult, she's an adult. We can all share this platform peacefully. However, I think it's cute how she's copying my style. Like, bro, the same format too. The only difference is, she ain't making wands. And you know what's funny? The only reason people watch her videos is because she used to date me. Huh? And you know what's even funnier? When I turn off the comments on my videos, it pisses the trolls off so much. They spam Stephanie's videos with hate shit about me. It's pathetic. It just shows you how obsessive my trolls are. Cheers. So I watched the stream that she did about 23 hours ago, 32 hours ago. Couple things. Stephanie, if you want to do videos, don't talk about your coworkers on YouTube. Okay, just don't. Oh look, it's this goth chick on YouTube talking about how fake her coworkers are. She believe this shit. No, I'm not saying nothing or telling you shit. But what I'm saying is that can bite you in the ass. Believe me, I know. I've experienced it. So let's watch the video.
The video you have all been wanting and probably been waiting for. I'm reacting to my shitty ex.
Boy, howdy, I'm such a shitty ex. Okay, like, I regret cheating on Stephanie. If I had the chance to take it back, I would. But outside of that, I've been pretty decent. You want to call me your shitty ex? Bitch, please. But at the same time, it's like, Stephanie, honey, you do realize your shitty ex is more popular than you on YouTube. And the only reason you're doing this is for sympathy points and for, like, clout. Like, oh, feel sorry for me, Josh is a blah, 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 blah. And y'all can see it for yourself. The only reason people watch Stephanie is because she used to date my ass. If Stephanie didn't used to date the legendary King Cobra, people wouldn't give a shit. And it's obvious that Stephanie's still horny for this cock, otherwise she wouldn't fucking bother making a video calling my cooking disgusting.
God, his diet is atrocious. What's in his cabinet?
Okay, she wants to talk about how gross my cabinet is or how gross my stove is. Let's talk about how gross your titty selfie was. There's a picture of Stephanie with her titties out I'll give compliments where compliments are due. Stephanie's got some nice titties. But when she's taking a selfie next to a dirty ass fucking poop stained toilet and you want to give me shit about how my stove looks, that's fucking rich, dude.
This is only a small piece of what's going on currently in the life of King Cobra JFS. There is a plethora of experiences and arcs to witness, and as always, I would suggest looking into the Bite-Sized Cobra Vids channel for all the best edited clips to experience the greatest of these moments in his bizarre life.
So basically what you're saying is that I'm just here and I just need to accept it or get surgery.
No.
That's exactly what you're fucking saying! You are literally not allowed to get surgery! What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck you!
I have little to say about this one. Basically, she has gone on Dr. Phil in an attempt to become more popular with her outlandish behavior, and she's blonde now. In recent times, her or some fan of hers had reported the old video I did about her. It had something to do about a violation of privacy, which was not the case whatsoever. Nothing I included in the video doxed her or revealed any information that she hadn't already made public. I suppose I can give a nice fuck you to whoever had attempted this report, and I have nothing more to say about this boring waste of a person known as Playmate Tessie.
Hi, I'm pretty sure you already know this, but why is nudity illegal?
Based on the circumstances, I was led to believe that Zazef was forever exiled from the internet. This, however, was not the case. A few months after making the video on him, I had gotten word from some people that knew Zazef and talked to him regularly on Skype. They offered to make a group call involving them, me, and Zazef. Unfortunately, all I can say about the call is that it was very uneventful. They tried to make prank calls to businesses in his area as the real Zazef played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or RuneScape in the background, and pretended to be Zazef himself, which ended up in most of these places recognizing the name and hanging up on them. Zazef himself did not speak much to me. I couldn't tell if he was too immersed in the gaming session, or if he felt a bit of nervousness that prevented him from talking to me too much. A year or so later, Zazef actually did return to the internet on his Zazef Live channel, where he basically streamed himself playing either RuneScape 3 or Yu-Gi-Oh! His last stream was about 8 months ago, titled, "I will be the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Player in history." He doesn't talk much in these at all, but I assume he wants to keep quiet after the life-changing events that occurred years prior with the police. Zazef is surprisingly somewhat back, but not quite as the same exact person we were once familiar with.
Hi everybody, I'm Jake. Welcome to Jake Showcases videos on Wednesdays. Today I really don't have a lot of money, and I thought I was going to go through sort of a step-by-step of what I eat. Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase to do videos on Wednesdays. So I'm just preparing for work today, and it's kind of cold out, and I'm just waiting for some coffee to brew. I just ate a good ham sandwich. I love Polish ham sandwiches, or Black Forest ham. It's beautiful.
To end this off, I suppose I could mention the very few recent occurrences regarding the beloved Jake showcase. Now, I don't have some fantastical news that he has returned or that he'll ever return, but I want to mention that, as of a few months ago, Jake had disabled all the comments on his videos. All this tells us is that Jake is still alive and well, and that's really about all there is to it. Another thing I'd like to mention is that a peculiar video was uploaded on December 16th, 2020, under the channel named Boss Man. Here, a voicemail from what definitely sounds like Jake can be heard regarding shoveling someone's snow.
Hey, boss man, you need me to come shovel snow? Fucking 12 o'clock. Oh, shit. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, but snow needs to be shoveled, right? Give me a call back. Love you.
I don't know what to make of this, whether it's actually Jake himself or a really good voice impersonation, but it's about all we have left regarding anything potentially new from Jake. Jake has been gone for 5 years now, and perhaps this is what we should all come to terms with. People disappear without warning, and that's just the way that things are sometimes.
Why people disappear. Maybe she couldn't live like this. Maybe she couldn't live at all.
The collection of oddities has concluded. This is it. We've had years of strange people to look at and fascinate over their lifestyle, and we'll have many more years of that to come. It has been a pleasure to become familiar with so many bizarre characters after being on the internet for 2 decades. They've left plenty of entertainment to witness, communities to become a part of, and an array of emotions to be felt. No matter what happens, the internet will always have its abundance of strange folks to ponder, and it will never let up. This sort of chaos will never cease to exist. I hope you all enjoyed these years of oddities and have found some sort of comfort, joy, or whatever else you may feel with what has been presented within the Anomaly Analysis Archive. Take care and have an excellent night forever.
Bye.